Hey guys, this is Woodshop Junkies, and like many people I'm stuck at home and I don't have much material. So today I'm going to try and keep myself entertained by using my offcuts to make a small catapult that fires ping pong balls. Okay, so first I'm going to assemble my base frame, which is going to be the main structure of my little catapult, and I'm making it elongated to accommodate a longer arm. Then I'm using didos, or whatever the proper English terminology is, to assemble the base that I cut with my miter saw, and then I just use a small chisel to clean it out and tidy it up. And I'm doing this for two reasons. Firstly, I'm going to be assembling the base using screws that I'm going to be driving into the ends of these pieces. By assembling it with the didos, I'm hoping that it would prevent these pieces from bursting when I drive the screw in. Secondly, I'm going to be using tension springs to get the force I need to launch my projectile. These springs are going to be tied onto this piece here. By assembling it like this with the didos means it's better equipped to handle the stress that the spring is going to apply. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the base, and it feels pretty solid. Now I also added these two holes at the back here to attach my tension springs, and the way I'm going to be doing that is by using eye bolts like this. The reason for the eye bolts is I'm hoping it would give me a bit of adjustability so that I can increase or decrease the tension on the spring. Right, so with that out the way, I can jump on making the arm. Okay, so this is pretty much what the arm is going to look like. It's going to be installed on the base more or less in this position with the pivot point over here, allowing the arm to do this. The springs are going to be attached at the bottom there, and this area that I made a bit thicker is going to be the striking area that's going to be against the stopper. I'd still also need to add the bucket that I'm going to be putting the ping pong ball in, but before I do that I'm going to add dowels to these assemblies in the hope of making them a bit stronger. Okay, so I had a minor setback while drilling the holes for the dowels. They tore out quite badly on the back there. So I quickly made another one, but this time I first drilled a small pilot hole, which allowed me to drill the dowel hole halfway from both sides to not get any tear out. Now I'm going to glue the dowels in, and then I can start drilling and finishing up the arm. I was going to cut off the dowels and sand them flat, but I kind of like the look of it, so I might just leave them. But for now I'm going to start drilling the holes for the pivot point and making the bucket that I'm going to be placing the ball in. Okay, so the top hole is for my pivot axis. I'm using this rod, and I made the hole slightly bigger so it can move freely. Then the bottom hole, the smaller hole, is where I'm going to be attaching my springs. Okay, that's pretty much it for the arm. I've got my pivot point over here, the point where I'm going to attach my springs, and the bucket that holds the ball. There is, however, one final piece of preparation I need to do to it over here where the striker area is going to be, but I'll explain more about that when the catapult is assembled. Okay, so now I added the arm to the pivot shaft like this, and I'm using these two small pieces of pipe here to keep it more or less centered. I also added a piece of threaded bar at the bottom here that the springs are going to attach to, and to prevent the shaft from coming out, I'm going to cap the ends with these pieces. Okay, so all that's needed now for my little catapult to function is a stop block to bring the arm to a sudden stop and to launch the ping pong ball. Now, please forgive me if I'm getting my catapult terminology incorrect here. I'm not trying to claim that I'm a medieval siege artillery expert. Okay, so for my stop block I made up this piece here, which is basically two pieces of 1/2-inch plywood glued together, and I drilled a hole down the center like that. And I'm going to be installing it over here on a piece of threaded bar so that it has the ability to rotate. The reason for it being able to rotate I will get to in a moment. Okay, so the reason I made this like this and I added this here is so that I can play around with the stopping point of the arm. This will give me the ability to change the trajectory of the ball. Okay, so instead of making a trigger from scratch, I'm just using a door catch I had laying around the shop, and all that's left to do now is to attach the springs and then I can test it. Before I officially test my mini catapult, I just want to send a shout out and a massive thank you to the Ply Guy for inspiring this project with his version of a mini catapult. If you guys want to check it out, I will drop all the relevant links below. And that's pretty much it for today's video. I realize it's not my normal shop project, but I think it's a fun little project and it doesn't require too much material. As for how far I can shoot, well, my garage is about 6 meters long, but as you can see, I can still add quite a bit of tension still using these bolts. Then also I can obviously play around with the height or the distance using this knob over here. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, a massive thank you to the Ply Guy, and I will be back real soon with a new video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you should do that now. As always, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, cheers.